Penix Jr., Quinn Ewers in the quarterback duel in New Orleans to follow at 8:45 Eastern Time. Go blue, says Desmond Howard.
Oh, look at
here in Miami.
Just chilling.
Still repping Michigan everywhere he goes. He's not taking off the Michigan gear. That was the longest play for Miami tonight, the 23-yard gain. Tua's got a free play. We'll whistle it down beforehand.
About that quick motion. That quick motion got Danico Autry just to flinch. He saw color. He saw it move. He jumped as soon as Tyreek moved.
Zone infraction defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Guarantee he saw it out of the corner of his eye right here. Watch, he sees this and he goes.
You're right. They were taking a shot too. Miami was trying to just move the launch point, move the pocket, and take a shot downfield to Tyreek.
You see Autry had that look on his face like, man, come on now.
Lots of ways Tyreek Hill can affect the game.
Right. Yep.
Take it to Mostert. Tagovailoa steps up and flips it high. Catch made by Ingo. Hurdles a man. And the fullback showing some hops. He went right up over Roger McCreary. A first down at the 31.
Look at Big 30. We talked about some energy. Really good job by Tyreek. Climbing the pocket. Look, get on up there. Giving my kids hope.
It's another guy with a great story, Alec Ingold, man. This running back room is just so tight. Him and Raheem Mostert.
Good job, Tua.
It's nice to see fullbacks still have a place in the NFL.
Yeah,
athletic one, man.
Like this.
He's a big part of their offense.
Tua scanning downfield, tries to fit it in beautifully. Tyreek Hill making 2 huge impact plays on this drive.
Are you kidding me? Did you see that?
I mean, you talk about the guy changing a team. You don't throw this football unless you're throwing that to Tyreek.
Look at that.
I mean, that's what I talk about when it comes to trajectory and the right throw. I mean, that ball is 2 or 3 inches over Murphy Bunting's head.
Look,
Murphy Bunting stays on the field injured. They're looking at his leg. Dolphins 1st and goal, trying to reclaim the lead when you come back. Shire was also there.
Yeah, he sure did. He got a little bit of that too.
And Tyreek with a cut split right now. This is when they love to throw the fade to him.
Yeah, he's on the rookie. You know they're going to.
In far side and couldn't work his way. Tyreek Hill was defended by Garrow, who shakes his head and says, not this time.
You know, this is the interesting thing about this Miami offense. They don't have that real fade guy down here.
Correct.
They don't have that dude who can go up and really climb the ladder, which makes it interesting how they try to attack in the passing game.
I think this is a situation where they love to like break the huddle real quickly, get into condensed splits, and try to get, you know, spot concept, flat, sit, corner out, something quick for Tua.
Series like this in the 3rd quarter, they settle for 3. See what McDaniel's thinking here on 3rd down.
Play clock running down.
Does he see it? Just gets it off. Tua still scrambling, trying to create, and slips down at the 11. And that's a frustrating end to the drive. Energy was back with Hill coming into the game. The 2 completions, but the slip brings on the field goal team.
And it's interesting how they're composed here as far as wide receiver group. They don't have that guy who just one-on-one can go up and take the ball off the top of the rim. You see there Tua trying to buy time, just loses his footing.
It'll go down as the 3rd sack. So here's Sanders. His 2nd chip shot tonight. The 44-yarder earlier was blocked just to level the game again. No problem. So Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans, big underdogs here on the road where they haven't won all season long, continue to get it done in the red zone. That's Miami 0 for 3 now, scoring touchdowns in the red zone. They had the fumble early on, and now 2 short field goals. They've been #1 in the league coming in.
Yeah, I mean, what do teams typically want to do down in the red area? They want to run the football.
Right.
And Raheem Mostert has been an absolute battering ram down there with how tough he runs.
Are you surprised they haven't run it more?
Exactly. But against this Tennessee defense, look, they've given up some big runs here in between the 20s. But down there, you got to go to what you're best at.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 44 of the kicking team. The field goal is good. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So Blake Ferguson, who's the long snapper for the Dolphins, flagged for an unsportsmanlike after the field goal. Tonight's Emery Prep brought to you by United Airlines. There have been a lot of injuries. This again late first quarter. Tackled by Murphy Bunting on Tyreek Hill. Sat out the second and third quarter. Came back in that last drive, made a couple of downfield plays.
Just that acceleration off the line of scrimmage is ridiculous.
Here's the one that put him in scoring position.
Gosh, what a throw.
Couldn't punch it in, though.
You're the Tennessee Titans. Hey, you consider that a win. You then go ahead and say, hey, look, you can drive the football between the 20s, between the 10s, all you want.
Yeah.
You still got to score touchdowns on us. Was all this is now? This is empty yardage. We don't care about yards. We care about points.
Right. They went down the field
off the board.
Throw down in the red zone. I think next time they get down there, Mike McDaniel's got to get into a run game action.
Yep.
Sanders, the line drive kick from the 20 because of the penalty. Chris Moore had a running start, and he'll bring the ball out across the 40. So Tennessee, which has had pretty poor field position most of the night, has a great chance from the 42 here to go back to work and trying to work that ground game and take opportunities away from Miami's offense.
They've been efficient running the football. The quarterbacks made really good decisions, the right decisions on third down, some spears, big plays. At some point, early down play action shot, because you're not going to just live on third downs.
Illegal formation against the kicking team, number 29. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the result of the play. First down, Tennessee.
So a mental mistake. It's on Brandon Jones, and now Titans field position improves even more from the 46.
You got to give Tim Kelly a lot of credit, the offensive coordinator for the Titans. He has really used the people you were just talking about.
Yep.
Tajay Spears, DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry, dialing up just the right plays to get these guys loose.
They fake it to Spears. Levis climbs the pocket, delivers far side, out of bounds, no chance. Bradley Chubb eventually came around the corner to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, it's the right throw, though. Nothing's open. Miami does a fantastic job kind of anticipating that play call for Will Levis, not holding it, understanding this rush is coming. You can take a sack, you set yourself behind. Smart throwaway.
You know, sometimes why not just keep it simple?
Right.
DeAndre Hopkins has right now been giving Xavier Howard fits in this game. Don't go over there and mess with Jalen.
Good point.
Don't go over there and go ahead and get him kind of riled up and get him into this game. Let him stay bored over there. Stay down here and keep working this side of the field.
Hopkins not in the game. Two-back look. Henry, nowhere to run. Tried to hop sideways. Crowding the line of scrimmage there initially was David Long.
Yeah,
third and long.
Great trigger by Long. Anticipates that two-back set with Spears and Henry and comes after. So it's really been, this second half has been DeAndre Hopkins and Spears. It's too long for really Spears to be the guy, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. So I think you're trying to get one of those layered throws.
And look where Hopkins is lining up again.
Off to the right against Howard.
There you go. We're back down here now. Sometimes things are just as simple as they are.
Good job, Levis, communicating protections.
Dolphins don't bring pressure. Levis checks it down. Long way to go for Quanqua, and he can't get there.
You can see D-Hop right now is looking at Levis. He's walking towards him going, look, I'm wide open. He was wide open.
I think the pressure forced Will to kind of drift in the pocket and bring his eyes. You're 100% right. In that zone, he's there. I think that pressure forces the throw.
You know, they're going to talk it out over here on the sideline. You can see DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, right there. Look at, he's going to inside release. Boom.
Just watch his look. You'll see him. He started walking towards him, trying to get an explanation as to what happened.
Levis in his 7th start, still trying to work through some of the communication with Hopkins. We talked to him about that. There was a heated exchange on the sideline a week ago, just trying to get the communication down. D-Hop saying, young fella, feed me there. Feed me when you need a 3rd down conversion. I think they lose this game and still maintain their destiny. They have to visit Baltimore, but that tough schedule. Jets next week, and then Dallas comes in here at Baltimore New Year's Eve, and then the Bills, who are very much alive in the AFC East race if Miami doesn't win tonight, come here. Daniel's team roughed up in Buffalo early, looking for some payback, but in the meantime, Miami trying to navigate to a uncharacteristically ugly win. It would be beautiful to McDaniel if they could find a way to do it. Running right, Mostert. It's been one of the big answers tonight. Shear gets him down, but they pick up 8.
There's that speed. That speed to the perimeter. Raheem Mostert is no slouch either. This is a guy who has got blazing speed as well. And again, that run game, they continue to try and lean on it. Mostert averaging 5.1 a carry. Achane averaging 6.7 tonight.
I'd run it again.
Murphy Bunting back in the game. Split to the top. They do give it to Mostert again. This time he tries the left edge and able to work his way for a 1st down. O'Shea was given chase.
Now you get Tyreek back in the game, and now you go after the rookie corner.
Really good job. Watch the fullback Ingold. He's kind of arc blocking, realizes Lamb gets beat inside, picks him off. You see Smythe clip an inside guy, and
how about Smythe turning his back, just kind of shielding them off? That's
correct.
Great awareness.
There he is.
Slot right.
Doing that little crouching tiger thing.
Crouching cheetah.
Crouching cheetah. Yeah.
Tua looking that way, and instead fires to the perimeter. He put Achane in a tough position to take a shot from Jack Gibbons.
You saw that one coming. That ball was floating out there, Chris. And Jack Gibbons had him lined up. His eyes probably got as big as saucers. Oh, boy.
Gibbons.
Linebackers live for that.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, he's coming off probably the best game of the season versus Indy last week. And that was a great job. Everybody saw the motion. They kicked the coverage.
The guy was cut last year. Comes back here now.
Yeah,
starter.
Great story. Great story.
Taking too long in the huddle.
Hill out of the game. They got to hurry or spend one here. Not quite lined up, and it is going to have to be a timeout. Daniel will have just 1 remaining now.
Remember when we talked to Tua, hey, 3 games you guys have bogged down a little bit offensively this year. Philly, Buffalo, and he said when we're not efficient in and out of the huddle. Kind of example of that.
Dolphins facing a 2nd and 10 back in 30.
That's a dicey throw.
I mean, kid, you're putting your wide receiver in harm's way. You absolutely are, because I'll tell you what, Amani Hooker, you take a better angle, it's a more direct angle, and you don't round that break. That's a big-time collision, just like it was early in the football game. It was the break angle that got him messed up there, because otherwise, that's a big-time collision again.
It's a great job by Jalen Waddle, getting to the top and coming flat to protect that throw versus Hooker.
On 1st down, flag is down.
Nico Autry.
We got in there very quickly. It's going to be on Miami. Holding. Wow.
I think they're going to get it on Cotton.
Lester Cotton, one of the backups, having to step in tonight.
Holding offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
Marlon Davidson, who's in for some of the injuries for Tennessee's defensive line, did a good job of exploding off the football. Watch that matchup right there between those 2 guys. Yeah, it turns him.
You see the hit Autry put on the rookie Julian Hill, the tight end. And Julian Hill, he has been demoing people. He has been their enforcer on the edge as far as a blocker. And Autry said, hey, look, let me show you what 10 years in this league looks like. Okay, at the point of attack. I'm going to show you.
Look how wide Achane is.
1st and 20. And it's over the hands of Achane. was wide open. Could have picked up about half the necessary yards that time.
Yeah, they played like two-man to Tyreek and really just left Achane uncovered. He just sails it to him.
It's a 5'9" running back, not a big, tall, wide receiver.
Tyreek off the field.
He's trying hard. He's not able to fully go. He's given a couple of plays, and the pain will come back, and he's not in there now.
Long time in the huddle again.
Just have one timeout remaining on 2nd and 20. Pressure comes, it's picked up. Waddle's got it near side, lowers the shoulder, doesn't get out of bounds, gets into Tennessee territory. Very makeable 3rd down now.
Yeah, but that's what, you know what I like, really just the overall attitude of that play. You see how quickly, again, you see how quickly Jalen Waddle got that ball north and south.
Catch and go.
Turn into the running back, catch and slash, catch and slash. Now Tyreek back in the game, park him at the top of this, at the top. Sean Murphy Bunting back in the game. Let him go to work again.
High-low. You got to high-low the defense. You're expecting zone coverage. Tua is great with his eyes. Can you work the inside linebackers or nickel guys to stay low and throw it over their heads?
It's one conversion on 3rd down of the 2nd half. Tagovailoa pressured, and he'll be sacked. Tennessee gets after him again. Harold Landry with the 4th Titan sack, and the Dolphins drive is snuffed out.
Yeah, they really do a great job, Tennessee. They are gonna fantastically cover both Tyreek and Tua, and then look at those games that really get all that offensive line off kilter.
Haley's punt is away, and Guerrero decides to field it and muffs it, and Miami takes over at the 6. Elijah Campbell has the recovery, and the Titans special teams gaffes continue. Is that going to be a game-costing mistake? My goodness. It bounced. Looks like he was going to let it go, and something made him try to grab it at the 5-yard line.
This is just the kind of mistake that you just cannot make. You cannot make. You cannot be indecisive down there. And if you don't know, get away. Just get away from the ball.
He had a fumble punt against Jacksonville that was costly in their last road loss. And there's Tom Quinn, who's promoted. Simmons cannot believe a mistake in that return. And Miami, which has struggled mightily in the red zone, is gifted this opportunity.
Now they've got Alec Ingold in the game along with Raheem Mostert. It's time to slash the football. It's time to go ahead, get this ball going left, maybe get it going behind Cotton, Kendall Lamb.
Daniel, the very old school looking formation here. Not a staple of this offense, really. On the toss sweep, Mostert makes a cut, barrels down to the 2. Enough of the fades, guys, right?
That's right. There it is. That's where they've been getting a lot of their chunks in this game, running the ball left. Alec Ingold, you see him and Mostert right there. They're probably saying, hey, look, give it to us again. We'll come right back with it. We'll come right back with it.
Race him to the pylon.
Mostert again, dives, lunges, touchdown, Miami. Here comes the latest of the orchestrated celebrations. We had the roller coaster last week, and now it's the wheelbarrow race.
Barrios wins.
Well, Mostert finds the end zone. What's been a terrific, hard-working night. His 17th carry. Lunging, is the knee down before the nose of the ball break the plane? The shin is down kind of simultaneously with the nose of the football.
It looks short.
I don't know. Like if he drew a plane straight up, is he like right on it?
Right.
Is he touching it? Is there enough evidence?
Automatically reviewed by the booth. Roddy Ames is the replay official here. That was real close. It's the shin in this case, not the knee that went down.
Maybe they cross it right before the shin goes down.
Daniel was on that play chart as though he might have to make a call, but looks like the touchdown will stand. Just hard to believe if you're a Titans fan, you feel sick to your stomach the effort this team has put in. Remember last week against Indy at home, back-to-back punts were blocked. And eventually Ryan Stonehouse on the second of these was injured. The protection totally broke down both times on that same right side. That was taken in, and then this one, a gunner motioned in. They weren't prepared for it, ends up injuring his leg. Somehow they still got to overtime where they lost, but right here in a tie game, inexplicable decision by Eric Guerrero. Campbell recovers it, and the Dolphins punch it in, their first offensive touchdown tonight on basically a 6-yard drive.
Yeah, he's the one. The returner has to be the one in control of the situation. He's got to be communicating to everyone that's blocking for him on the perimeter, trying to block the gunners. He's got to tell them to get away from it. He's got to go. Most of the time they yell, Peter, Peter, Peter. That's always the code word to make sure that people just get out of the way, run as far away from the returner as you can, and just clear it out. Just too much indecisiveness right there.
We're a rookie out of Louisiana. Animated conversation from the veteran head coach there. Just no way to explain your way out of that mistake.
Didn't look fun.
Dolphins lead now with 5:34 to go. Week 15. Monday Night Football caps it off. The Eagles trying to get right. Blasted by Dallas last night, visiting the Seahawks. Coverage with Monday Night Countdown at 6. Manning cast with Peyton and Eli, of course, on ESPN2. What do you make of the Eagles? You live in Philadelphia.
Oh, man, it's the defense right now, right? It's the secondary that's become a major talking point.
Pitch for Henry's fumbled. Goes back. Scramble for it. Another turnover. Bradley Chubb has the football. And the Titans have just self-destructed in the final couple minutes here after battling so hard.
Unbelievable. Tim Kelly's face said it all.
See, they had a takeaway dance orchestrated too. Wow. Derrick Henry had not fumbled this season. Remember, fumbles were a problem last year. I'm not sure you could put that on him, guys. The pitch was kind of high and outside.
Yeah, high and hot. You know,
yeah.
high with a little bit behind him and a little bit of pace on it. Yeah, that's a tough catch for Derrick Henry.
Turnovers deep in your own territory, you are not going to win games. Mike Vrabel knows it. I mean, every football coach knows it at every level. And you're right, Chris. They have just simply self-destructed here in the past couple of minutes.
Once again, Miami set up tremendous position, finally able to convert in the red zone. It's going to take a lot from this Titans defense to try to dig in, force a field goal, stay within 10.
Down here, this is an area you could see Levis. He just said that's my fault. So you love the young quarterback kind of taking that. Miami loves. This is one of the teams in the NFL that loves screens down here. Again, you get motions, you get stacked, you get bunches. They try to get guys running sideline to sideline, quick screen, and almost turn it into a run play on the perimeter.
In I formation. Goal now slides out to the left as the blocker. And Mostert's going to run it to the right, but could not escape. Grabbed very quickly by Landry. It's a loss. Flag is down.
Did Arden Key line up offsides?
I believe he did, yeah.
Against an offense that's as explosive as this one, but that you've had on the ropes, you give them short fields and let them get on track. That's a very dangerous recipe right there. Look at that, 16 Russian TDs.
Ricky Williams had the franchise record. He has a nose for the end zone. He has had to earn those 92 yards tonight. Levis now needs something special and quick. Finds Hopkins for a short gain.
Yeah, your full 2-minute drill right now if you're Tennessee. Time is of the essence. Will Levis, you're just trying to get as many completions as you can. That guy had a bunch of them down here.
Look at that Pit Panther standing up there, nice and proud.
This Pit Panther.
That's right.
That's unreal that you say that.
No, it's not. It's very real. That's what he is.
I saw Dan earlier, so the party is back here. This was not a vintage 2023 Dolphins offensive night, but they'll take it. Levis closing in, floated, and his arm was hit as he threw in a near pick by Kohu.
And Bradley Chubb has just been a wrecking crew. He's going to be outside, come inside, get on Brewers' edge, and be all over Will Levis as he's making that throw.
Came fluttering out very nearly. Another disastrous play.
Chubb and Christian Wilkins, they've been getting after it. One guy playing like he wants to prove that he's worth the money that he got, the big contract that Bradley Chubb got. Christian Wilkins saying, my time is coming.
Certainly a Pro Bowl type season for the man from Clemson. Across the middle, bobbled and caught by Okonkwo. Long got him down.
Really good job by Will Levis there. You know, that's number 2. Number 3 in the progression. Snaps his eyes late. Runner's ball.
Titans with some up-tempo here. Underhand pitch juggled by Spears, who makes the catch and will get near midfield, so it's a first down. Playing quick, of course.
Bringing a new defensive line. The first teamers are gassed. You see them trying to get off the field.
They barely do. Levis working underneath, but bounces the throw for Okonkwo.
You're going to get completions here. Miami's defense is going to continue to give completions. So if you're Will Levis, it's really just having a lot of patience in this moment. We've talked about that with him early on this game. Patience. Continue to work the underneath and force Miami to rally and tackle.
So you feel down 2 scores, you've still got time to work the underneath routes?
Yeah, with three minutes, like you can't force the ball. It's not the situation to do so yet.
Now there's another false start off the right side there. Radens has had a tough night.
Yeah, he sure has.
False start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty.
They just can't clean that up. It's just been a really big problem, and a worse problem on the road.
Yeah, and they know, look, Dylan is a guy who he has the least amount of experience playing right tackle. He's ideally a guard. They know he's a guard, but out of necessity that he has to move out to tackle, and it's just trying to play that position against a team that can rush the passer like this on the road.
So 2 rookies on the left side and a converted guard playing right tackle.
There you go.
It's a lot.
4-man rush. It's a screen. Spears gets free and glides down inside the Miami 35 at the 3-minute mark. It's a chunk play they needed.
Yep. It's a really good job play call wise by Tim Kelly, knowing pass rushers are pinning their ears back. Help that offensive line out by getting a completion. Then it's a fantastic job by Spears of getting out of bounds after he got as many yards as possible.
It kept Spears in check as a runner tonight, but he does have 81 receiving yards.
Underneath completions if you're Will Levis.
Again, the check down. Spears, big cushion. He scoots for about 10 more.
You can see Miami playing everything top down, deep to short. Don't give up anything cheap. To see if they can do a better. They just need to try and do a better job of protecting the sidelines and making sure that this clock just keeps running.
Titans got all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, so they've got plenty of time. If they score here, they don't have to get desperate.
But right now, I mean, they're not even have to even use those timeouts because they're able to get out of bounds.
That's
You're not really putting any stress
without using them. They've got
exactly
a lot to work with here.
That's right. Yeah.
Levis lofts it, and it's caught. Westbrook Akine. Suddenly, the 1st and goal. This hasn't taken that long, only a minute 41.
It's a great job by Will Levis, just getting Kohu to kind of flatten off towards Kwaku and then throwing that ball up over him. Watch. Number 4 goes to the flat. There's another one of those touch throws from Will Levis.
From the pocket, now takes off, flips it into the end zone, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, and Tennessee has life. They've cut the lead here. Let's see if that plays to go for 2.
Is that a little no-look from Will Levis?
Yeah.
Running right, staring right, throw it back across his body.
Impressive drive. So this is really smart by Mike Vrabel. Going for 2 here, because if you go for 2, get it, you cut it to 6 points. You basically give yourself a chance. We score extra point, wins the game. If we don't get it, then we know, hey, we still have the chance to get the tie. He's going for the win. Analytically, this is what makes sense.
Yeah, this has become very much in vogue with the analytics in play.
You're playing for the win, not for the tie.
Hopkins off to the right, watched by Howard. Levis stumbles as he rolls to his right, but wide open. Pittsburgh huge on that drive.
Think about what just happened here.
Wow.
Drive the ball down the field. Don't use any timeouts, as you mentioned, Chris. For Miami, that is not good. I promise you, Vic Fangio is not happy. You gave them everything that they wanted on that drive.
What a play by Will
Look at him. Look at him. He looked at him last minute. He did a little no-look.
You're right.
That's
great job
sweet.
Keeping his eyes downfield.
That's sweet.
Great field by Hop.
Just kind of worked free, found some space.
And look at this all-22. Hop is going to go down inside. Pay attention to those 2 defenders for Miami. They're both essentially going to cover Hop. There's no pass-off between Kohu and Xavier Howard. That's how that flat route by Kenny Westbrook becomes wide open.
The trickiest part of that 2-point conversion was the quarterback almost fell on his face, but he kept the footing.
It has been a tough night for Xavier Howard, both in terms of the communication right there, the one-on-one plays down the field.
Hey, Tennessee might have a quarterback now. They might have their guy.
Look who's back, by the way, to receive this kickoff. Tyreek Hill is deep for the Dolphins. Are they going to give him a chance? He's just going to let it bounce and content to have Tua take over at the 25-yard line. So Miami has some work to do. Mostert's second touchdown run put him up 14. You thought, well, Tennessee hasn't really been creating big plays all night. The lead seems pretty safe. Not at the moment at all.
That's great execution on that touchdown drive on the part of Tennessee. And Tim Kelly was dialing them up, and they were calling them, completing them, getting out of bounds, saving clock.
Right?
Yeah.
Just patience.
But again, if you're Vic Fangio on the other side of it, you are livid right now. Livid.
This is a huge first down play call for Mike McDaniel. Does he run it, or does he go with a little bit of a play action to try to get a cheap first down?
Gives it to Mostert. Makes a cut and picks up about 4. Tennessee immediately takes the first timeout. So Vrabel kind of going in all in on the series here.
There it is. He's working it as best as he can here, preserving as much clock as possible.
You said Fangio livid. Is it on the execution of the defensive players and not the calls and not softening things up?
No, I think, look, I think the players have to be aware out on the football field. Look, you want to protect the sidelines. You don't want them to drive down the field and be able to step out of bounds and get in chunk plays over and over again where they don't have to use any timeouts at all. You want to force them to have to burn those timeouts by making them throw the football in the middle of the field.
Second straight run called by McDaniel and Mostert, who picks up a yard. It's going to be third down, another timeout spent.
I was shocked that Tyreek's not on the field at all. I mean, Tennessee knows Tyreek not on the field, the likelihood of run is exponentially higher, and they're selling out for it.
He was back there to receive the kick. Of course, didn't feel that he is standing there right on the sideline with the helmet on. With a reminder of the significance, Dolphins with the win would go back to 3 games in front of Buffalo in the division, equal Baltimore for top seed spot in the AFC. Talking about a team that hasn't won a playoff game again since 2000 and is desperate to get home field for a playoff game or two. Tyreek back in the game here on 3rd and 6.
They're going to double team him and Jalen Waddle. It's going to have to be someone else.
Tua steps up, looking to create, sidesteps one tackle, flag comes in late as he's dragged down after a short game, and it's 4th down, but it's going to be a hold.
Harold Landry rushing the passer. He was the one who was yelling at the referees.
Kindness if you're Tennessee. Get off the field.
Holding offense, number 74. That penalty's declined.
You guys surprised? Two runs.
I was surprised. I'm not surprised by the runs. I'm surprised that Tua wasn't on the field at all.
No, you mean
Tyreek.
Excuse me, Tyreek.
Yeah.
And then on the 3rd down, Tennessee did exactly what we thought they would. They doubled Tyreek, they doubled Jalen Waddle, and no one else was able to create.
Eric Guerrero is still the punt returner. He's back to receive this one from Bailey. It's a line drive kick. Chance at a return. He bobbles it again, but takes off and gets out across the 35. And Tennessee, after a 14-yard return, a little adventurous there.
It's a good thing that that was a line drive punt, and that the coverage team, the Gunners, didn't have a chance to get down there, because otherwise he may have been getting whacked as soon as he's bobbling that thing. You have potential for another turnover.
Here we go. This would be an incredible way for Will Levis and the Titans to get their first road victory of the season.
They're going to have to block number 2. Bradley Chubb is going against a rookie left tackle. You got to get that guy secured.
Protection is good, and Levis lobs to Hopkins, who's got it. DeAndre Hopkins galloping down inside the 30. 36-yard strike on the first play of the drive.
Yeah, this is cross country.
There go the crosses, right? I mean, it's been something that has been giving them chunks the entire game. Running away from Jalen Ramsey. You see it here clearly.
Cleared one side of the field completely out. They ran big posts from one side and brought DeAndre Hopkins all the way across.
Great play call on the part of Tim Kelly.
Quick pitch near side. Okonkwo has some blockers, and at the 2-minute warning, Tennessee in 2 plays has charged down into scoring position. And the Dolphins defense is reeling, guys, on the ropes here, trying to protect a 6-point lead.
Game.
He should be.
I know, like right now, I know they haven't been traveling Jalen Ramsey, but look, DeAndre Hopkins' instincts, catch radius, contested catch ability has been eating this defense alive. You have to shut him down now, because if not, I bet he's going to win this game for you if he's on the field.
Well, Ramsey certainly would endorse that strategy.
Absolutely.
He'd love to be following Hopkins around. They've done it a lot in their careers.
That's right.
So I think right now, with the multiple tight ends on the field, is this where they try to get a little bit of a ball fake and Will Levis maybe on the perimeter with some of their tight ends and matchups and sell Derrick Henry?
Get a first out of the 2 and not again. That was the receiver, Westbrook-Ikhine, who flinched. Another false start.
Lou, you kind of talked about it. The defensive line shifts for Miami. Do we have it where they shift? See that shift? That's what forces Westbrook-Ikhine to move. It's almost like what happened to Arden Key.
In reverse, yeah. No, you're right.
Delay game defense, number 92, for abrupt movement. That penalty supports half the distance to the goal, still 2nd down.
So Sealer, who had the pick 6 early on, and a confused look from McDaniel, set it back at him up 5.
Come on.
Half the distance.
So they're saying that was a sudden.
They're saying it was too sudden.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's. Yeah. Okay.
Now this becomes a run play for me if I'm Tennessee.
Do they want to run it right in? You got to, of course, get a touchdown. Love to take more time away from the Dolphins. Henry cuts it back, dives and scores, and Tennessee has tied it up with the PAT coming. Incredible rally.
Just a fantastic 2 drives by Will Levis in the Tennessee offense, and this is why Mike Vrabel went for 2 that drive before.
That is a fired-up quarterback who grew up watching Monday Night Football. First time he played here, he knows it's been a struggle in his rookie season away from home. They have had some tough days. They've had some close losses. It looked like they were going to self-destruct in this game, and somehow Levis has rallied them to 2 touchdown drives, and they take the lead with 1:49 to go. It's been a wild fourth quarter. 32 points scored, guys, in this fourth quarter. Rare with the muff punt, the inexplicable decision here to field this. That set up a Mostert touchdown run after a fumbled pitch from Levis. Another touchdown, and then it looked like they were cooked. And how are they going to respond from this, right? I mean, few outside of that far sideline would have given Tennessee a chance.
Think of the mental fortitude it takes as a team to not let this snowball totally out of control, and really it starts with the quarterback.
Look at that job. Derrick Henry, this is zone, and he just trusts his vision. And the big fella rounds and gets the edge. And look at Will Levis, man. Good for that young man in this moment. And now it's Tua and this offense with the chance to answer. Great situational football by Mike Vrabel as well. How they handled the 2-minute drill previously. They get it. They go for 2. They get the stop.
Look at the contrast, guys, in quarterbacks. You saw how fired up Levis looked like he could have burst a blood vessel in his head. Tua just checking the wristband, trying to project and play with calm here. Berrios on the return hurdles out across the 25. So the Dolphins have no timeouts to work with. We'll see if Tyreek Hill can play a big role in this final drive.
Yeah, this is huge for Tua. So no sacks. You still have plenty of time. You only need a field goal. Automatically, the first thing you're thinking, where do I have to get get a realistic kickoff?
Tyreek on the sideline.
Yeah, he's not even in the game.
No sacks, and you are just completion driven, completion driven, completion driven. Catch the ball outside, numbers, get out of bounds inside. You're getting as many yards as you can.
Hill came back in the game, made a couple of catches here in the second half, but apparently ankle must not be good enough to put him out there, at least for the first play of the drive. Short catch across the middle, and it's Berrios picking up about 7. Got to hurry without the timeout. Jason Sanders is a long-range field goal kicker. Another short throw and trying to get out of bounds. Zay-Chan, and they do spot him out with 1:19.
Again, protecting the sidelines on the part of the defense when you're in these 2-minute situations as Tua comes back in the ball game now.
Yep.
Or Tyreek comes back in the ball game.
So Marino looking on. He engineered some comebacks. Tua's done his share too. 8 game-winning drives in situations like this.
You don't have to force anything here still. You're still being completion driven. All you need is at one point a chunk throw, but it's still completion mindset.
Need about 25 to begin to think about a long-range attempt by Sanders. It's Hill in motion. Tua's looking the other direction. Steps up, delivers a throw, just avoided the sack. Harold Landry almost got him to the ground there.
That's a heck of a pass rush by Harold Landry. He's one of those guys, as he's coming back from injury that he suffered last year, you see that dip and that high side speed rush going around Austin Jackson. They said he has been starting to show his previous form more and more and more. This is where they need him. This is where they need him or Autry to show up in this football game and shut this down.
And this pass protection with 3 backup offensive linemen, and can it hold up? A sack would be disastrous for Miami here.
See Autry here rushing at the 3 technique, which is where he may even be better.
Tua gets it out quickly, and the catch is made by Smythe. Titans say it's incomplete, ruling it complete and spotting it at the 43. Clock continues to run. It'll be 3rd down. They'll need about 3.
You get a first down here, you automatically spike the football.
The previous play is under further review.
Tennessee was signaling incomplete from their sideline, and now Adrian Hill, replay official Roddy Ames, will take a look. Did he have it long enough? Tried to squeeze it between the thighs. It's a leg catch. Did it hit the ground and move? You couldn't see it clearly from that angle.
Saw it start coming out of there. You see it at the last minute.
Looks like his hand gets underneath, right?
His hand did.
Yeah.
Cup the football as he was squeezing the thighs together. Thigh master grab here.
I think that's a catch. Is that Susan Summers?
If you're going to see it, you're going to see it here.
I think that's a catch. And I think it's huge right now for Miami. First of all, you get the chance to dial up an ideal play here.
Man, it looked like for sure it was going to drop. He somehow, the presence of mind to keep that ball squeezed in the legs and then get that hand down underneath the nose.
So if you're Miami and you get a completion here, you get something to get you the first down, it's automatic spike. If not, and you're out of bounds, you're just huddling up.
Let's bring in John Perry. You don't see many catches or attempted catches like this, John. How did you see this one?
Well, I like the Suzanne Summers
Thanks, man.
comment. That goes back to my day. But hey, when that ball's in between the legs, that's not control. But under the hand, yes.
The ruling on the field stands as a completed catch. The game clock will start on my ready for play signal.
Unbelievable catch. What a great job by the receiver to get the hand underneath the ball and control it, and then it does not move. Good stop by replay as well.
Dolphins got to be ready to go as soon as Adrian Hill blows his whistle. The clock will continue. They got to get 3 yards. You could get up and spike it at that point. Achane goes in motion. Tua looks that direction, catches it behind the line. Long way to go. Makes a man miss and gets out of bounds, but he's short of the first down. So it's 4th down here. Looked like it was going to be a loss. He did well to avoid it. They're winding the clock here, so he did not get out of bounds apparently.
There's the difference, right? Didn't get out of bounds. The Titans were getting out of bounds on a regular basis in their situation when they had the ball.
2 yards here to keep the game alive here. Tua in traffic. He'll be brought down in Tennessee. He's going to secure an incredible, improbable comeback victory and win for the road on the first time this year. Unreal. Landry, who was a factor in the 4th quarter, got to the quarterback, and this crowd is absolutely stunned the way this is finished.
Harold Landry, the closer, right? He's the guy who started to round in the shape for them. We've been talking about it, been saying it. He showed up in this series, in this drive, something that the Miami Dolphins, Bradley Chubb, couldn't do for them. Couldn't get to the quarterback, couldn't get Will Levis on the ground. What a huge performance for the Tennessee Titans.
5 sacks for that Titans defense. Tagovailoa only been sacked 17 times this season coming in. Landry had 3 of them.
That's unbelievable. Didn't have their best D lineman, their best defender on the field tonight in Jeffrey Simmons. Look at Mike Vrabel.
Now he has the right to be fired up.
Absolutely.
Good for Will Levis, man.
He promised his team would fight. You figure you're basically out of it at 4-8. And the Dolphins lose for the first time at home. Let one slip away. This offense held to 366 yards.
Just a really weird operation at the end there, too. I mean, it's a lack of urgency, and hopefully for Miami and their fans, just a learning experience, because too good and talented of an offense to not operate in that situation more efficiently.
Well, to run the ball twice, to go 3 and out after